Alright guys, welcome back to Budget Card Breaks, and today is a mail day. And while I opened this mail, I just kind of wanted to go over a couple things. So, first card of the day, and card I kind of wanted to talk about, is this Lamar Jackson Purple Prism out of 35. And I actually got this card on Whatnot for pretty cheap. I think it was like 10, 15 bucks, something like that. So it was a really good deal, in my opinion, but to be honest with you, what I wanted to talk about today is how confusing collecting can be, especially for football. And what draws me away from football is basketball is my favorite sport, and I understand basketball a lot more collecting-wise than football. It's just, like, look at players like LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the best running backs ever, cards in the toilet. And it seems like it's just a quarterback market. And quarterbacks like this, Lamar Jackson, infinite investor kind of pointed this out to me. I mean, the last 10 years, 15 years, how many Hall of Fame quarterbacks have we had? You know, Aaron Rodgers, obviously Aaron Rodgers, but I mean, a couple, very few. You know, Lamar Jackson's performing great, but I mean, all it takes is one hit. I mean, you've seen what happened to Tua and the scrambling quarterbacks, how dangerous it is. And this is kind of like a quick flip card, you know. I don't know. And as you guys know, I'm a long-term investor, and that's why it's so confusing for football for me. Is just because cards that I feel like would hold value don't. Like, look at like Joe Namath, Dan Marino. Like, I just saw a Dan Marino 101 patch card was offered to me on eBay for $115. Like, so that's just kind of where I'm at with football. I'm kind of just, you know, I pick up cards here and there because I do love football and watching it. But investment-wise, it's a very dangerous, volatile market that I don't understand. And but here I see, I mean, Lamar Jackson's red hot. It's a purple match. I mean, maybe I could trade up for this at a show. It's out of 35. I mean, this could be a long-term hold, but to me, probably not. So, not the best card for me to get into, because as you guys know, since I've created this channel, I've not sold one card. But that's about to change because these cards. So, everyone's going to say, Austin, you're crazy. Because the reason why I kind of fell in love with these cards, as you know, is because I did a box break and I pulled a green PMG that sold for about $7,000, and now the prices are down. It's about at $3K right now. But if you've been into cards as long as I have and you've done the research, I mean, history repeats itself, and these are going to come back around. Look at the 2015 and 2017 cards. And the funny thing is, when I pulled that green, PMG, I was like, okay, I'm going to create the rainbow and I'm going to sell, because the character Craven that I pulled, he's going to come out with a Netflix episode. So I thought when that episode comes out, maybe I'd try to sell it. These PMGs went down. I mean, they're going for about $300-400, guys. And I got this for $30, okay? This, $4. And who sold me this, whoever did, I wish I could shout them out. It's an eBay seller. I'm going to give them a great review, but they included this card for free, which is cool because I'm collecting actually the whole set. So getting a gold, I mean, not that rare, but still for free. Wolverine for free, and he gave me all of these 1991 Marvel cards for free. I mean, which is really cool. And this is why I believe in these red PMGs, and the price going down doesn't really scare me. It actually, to me, is a buying opportunity. Like, you're going to see me, I have 5 of these coming this week. I'm going to try to grab as many up as I can while they're under $50. Because, yeah, people are like, they're going to be in the dollar box. Maybe these are the 2020 PMGs. And just look at the difference in the design. I mean, these, yeah, I can see why they're not worth a lot of money. There's no shine to them. They just don't look like the PMG, like that whole, they just don't, you know. This looks like a PMG how it should look. And if you guys have been following my channel, which not many of you have, but a few for a long time. You guys know that I love PMGs, and I originally wanted to collect the 1997 PMGs, and I couldn't. I mean, the cheapest ones were in the low 1000s, and they're no-name players. I mean, that's how inflated the prices were. So at this time, I'm just stoked that I can collect any kind of PMG. So from a collector's mindset, that's how I know that I'm not a flipper. You know, I mean, one day, I would like to sell my collection off, but I mean, that's when I'm an old man, you know. For right now, if I wanted to sell my collection, I could have sold that green PMG for $7K right when I got it. I could have. And as you guys know, I work a minimum wage job. I'm not rich, and I didn't do that. I didn't sell it. You guys would be like, wow, you're freaking crazy. Maybe so, but I also believe very strongly that kind of in the card industry, what goes around comes around. And I just want to say also, real quick, how far of a reach AIH Sports has and Sports Card Radio and these negative influencers who honestly I'm a fan of. They have a lot of good points, and they're really intelligent people. So I tend to... But one thing I question about IH Sports is just... I ask him all the time, and he won't answer me, is, what do you collect? Because he says everything is pumped, you know. I just want to know, what do you believe in? You know, what do you collect? What do you like? Because it seems that he just doesn't really like anything. He shits on most cards, but I mean, he has a good point in most of them, so I'm not going to sit here and challenge him. He's a very intelligent man, much more intelligent than me. But, you know, I'm a collector, so I'm going to collect these. You'll be seeing a lot more PMGs. I kind of got this experimental-wise. It was so cheap. I think I paid like $13 for this, just to kind of compare years and why I believe in this year. Like 2020, I would not collect these PMGs. I mean, this is supposed to be red. It's not at all. So kind of ending my rant. Football, why I stay away from it. Basketball is definitely my favorite thing to collect. You're going to see, and with the kabooms, you guys know, I'm about at 26 kabooms, and my goal is 60 kabooms in 4 years, and I've done 26 in a couple months. But I'm actually going to shift over in my collection to rookie autographs, because I'm noticing that Klay Thompson kaboom is $700, while he can get his rookie auto numbered, BGS graded 9.5 with a 7 auto for like $250. I mean, what would you do? I mean, I get kabooms, you know, I definitely know the rarity and everything, but I just feel long-term investment-wise, getting those rookie autos. And I'm also looking into 2012 Prism rookie autos. Again, don't take him... I'm not like a pro investor. Basically, what I buy is what I believe in. And I'm just letting you guys know what I'm going to be buying. So, I'm going to be looking into the 2012... rookie autos of Prism, because that's the first year Prism came out, and this is, I don't like Prism. I mean, just because it's so hard to pull anything good. I've never pulled anything good out of Prism. I've just bought good singles, but there's a lot of good 2012 rookies that you can get in Prism for pretty cheap, like Draymond Green, rookie auto. Who else is in 2012? Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's is a little expensive, but Draymond Green comes to mind, Kemba Walker, just some guys like that I would look into, just because I feel like, I mean, that set, the box, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, I'm not sure if it's 6,000 or 12,000, but I think it's 12,000 for a box of 2012 Prism. So I just feel like, shouldn't the cards correlate with that? So I just feel like that's kind of a good investment, and they're cheaper than the players' kabooms, their rookie autos are. So you're probably going to be seeing me take a little bit of break on the kabooms unless I run into like a really good deal, which I have a few times. I mean, you know, a lot of the kabooms that I've gotten, I've only paid a couple hundred for. Probably one of the best ones I've gotten is the Damian Lillard. I paid like, I think it was like $250 graded for that, and I see a lot of them online, same grade, going for about $600 now. So I just, you know, it's just key to keep an eye on kabooms and PMGs. I mean, every day on eBay I check the prices and lists just to see what comes up, and because you never know when you're gonna catch a good deal. You know, and they're up there every day. You know, even on Whatnot, but Whatnot's just a little bit more of a headache than, you know, if you get in a small room though, like that's when I take advantage. When you go in a room with when someone's selling singles and there's only like 7 or 8 people in there, it seems like they're almost giving away cards just because they want to get some traction, and you know, they're new to the thing. And as a buyer, I definitely take advantage of that. You don't want to be going into rooms with, you know, hundreds of people in there, because you're in a bidding war with essentially all those people, so you're not going to be getting cards. You're going to be probably paying over comps, and I've seen it a million times. So that's just what I wanted to go over with you guys today. If you guys stuck around this long to hear my rant, you're some real ones. Let me know what you guys think about my pickups, Marvel. Do you guys think these are going to be in dollar boxes? I personally don't. I think they're going to be back up to $100 or $200 someday. Not anytime soon. I'm not saying next year, but as you guys know, I'm a long-term investor, man. You could see me with this card. I keep, when I buy a card, I'd be thinking like 10, 20 years into the future. I don't think a year or 6 months. So when I talk long-term investments, that's what I'm talking, and that's the only kind of investor I am. So that's kind of why this is a little surprise pickup, because as a long-term investor, this is kind of, I said I'd close the video, and here I go again. A speculation buy, because he hasn't won anything. He hasn't done anything. So as a long-term investor, if you're doing what I'm doing, you should really only be collecting Hall of Fame players. And it's all backwards. I mean, go to highest points, you know, points per game players. You'll see Elgin Baylor and Clyde Drexler and players like that. And you can pick up their autos and things like that for dirt cheap. So, I mean, some things are confusing about the market, and it can be tough to navigate, but that's why a lot of things that I've learned has been from different YouTubers, just picking up things, little pieces from them, and learning things and kind of all putting it together into my own collecting strategy, you could say. So, but let me know what you guys think of the video. Just kind of wanted to rant a little bit about why I think football is a really tough investment game to get into long-term wise. It's just really hard to predict what cards are going to be worth a lot long-term wise, in my opinion. But anyways, like the video, please subscribe. Let's get to 200, man. I got some copies of red PMGs coming in. Yeah, so I have duplicates coming of red PMGs. When we get to 200, I'm going to give out a free red PMG of Marvel. So keep that in mind. All right, have a nice day, guys.